You're listening to the Pesky Report, a podcast dedicated to the Boston Red Sox by Red Sox fans. The Pesky Report is happy to announce that we will be sponsored by High and Happy Catering out of Springfield, Massachusetts. High and Happy Catering creates gourmet meals for small or large events with a twist. All of their meals are cannabis infused. If you are looking to have a real happy meal, call them at 413-785-8999 or search for them on Instagram at High and Happy Catering. You'll be happy you did. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Pesky Report presented by Belly Up Sports. My name is Brad Chandler. This is episode number 94. Today, we have a very special episode of the Pesky Report.
No. But I do know people who know them. And I read about them. Terrible mess.
You don't say.
Killing.
Oh, today.
It's going to be interesting.
Today, we have two of our co-hosts that are normally on during the regular season, and we also have Brady. How are we all doing today? Brady, Bailey, and Ed.
Hello. Hopefully my computer doesn't explode and I can actually hear people, because that was the intro. I did not hear anything.
Oh, snap.
Happy to be here. Happy to be back. It's my first one of the year with you guys. I feel like I barely even recognize Brady at this point. I forgot how handsome you are.
Oh, Ed, you shouldn't have. I mean, no, keep going, but thank you. Nice to see everybody here.
Yeah, it's good to see everyone. It's the first time Bailey's been on the show. It's the first time I've seen Bailey all year, Ed all year. Brady, I see you all the time. You ugly hag. I'd rather hear about your alpacas and stuff.
Fair.
So first and foremost, Bailey and Ed, you guys have a podcast that you do as well. You guys do an MLB, like an all MLB a podcast. So why don't you tell everybody about that?
Yeah, we're just trying out something. It's called Bubbly and Baseball. Right now we're taking a little break from the bubbly aspect, for dry January and some health reasons. But usually, we're drinking some sparkling adult beverage and trying to really talk about all of Major League Baseball. It's been a little tricky with, Major League Baseball not existing right now. So we've been doing some Red Sox stuff, but I think we're having a little bit of fun with it. I don't know. I think you're having a good time, right, Ed?
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, one thing that I've learned is that if you enjoy doing something, you can always find a good way to have fun doing it. And, we've just been, at least for me, it's been just a good excuse to talk baseball and to, get a little drunk while I'm doing it. But it's really, but to be honest, it's Bailey's brainchild. This is really it's been a lot of fun for me, kind of just, she approached me with it and I was kind of just like, yeah, I'll co-host that. That sounds fun.
Just because it's it says bubbly, you can definitely change the thing that you're doing. Bongs make nice bubbly sounds. As you heard.
Yes, as we heard in the intro. It's true. So we can get it.
We've been kind of struggling. We were struggling for a little bit on
it's tough.
What to talk about. So we decided that we were going to talk about the 2004 postseason.
It's a good one.
And yeah, definitely was a good one. I ended up getting COVID right before the New Year's. Mm-hmm. So for the week into the New Year's, I just watched a shit ton of the 2004 season. Mm-hmm. And
there's a lot of things that happened in that season that I don't remember because I wasn't like paying attention to it like I do now. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, and
we've
it was
been
so
having
fun,
fun.
though.
sorry.
No, I was just saying we're so far separated from it too.
Yeah,
this point.
and we just finished up. What was it? The first 3 games of the ALCS.
So where we are last left off here, it's 2004. It's the ALCS. Sox are down 3-0. Just got their asses handed to them by the Yankees, 19-8. Which, by the way, I was at that game. As well.
Oh, seriously?
I was at game 3, 4, and 5. Just had to go throw it in there.
Good.
So really excited to see Derek Lowe make his appearance on the mound because there's no one else to turn to, and just hope he can give a quality start.
Yeah, we haven't talked about 4, 5, 6, or 7 yet. That was supposed to be the next episode of the Basket Report, but because of the news that was just announced yesterday morning, Jon Lester retired. I decided to reach out and see if anybody wanted to do a Jon Lester appreciation episode, which I think it's appropriate. It would have been pretty cool if we were able to get Jon Lester on the podcast, but another podcast to that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
It is.
Mhm.
But I knew they were going to when they said Carabas posted up. He was like, "Oh, we have a special guest coming on today, and he's making his debut." Blah blah blah. And I was like, "Oh, it's Lester." So
yeah. My question with that is like, the Red Sox podcast immediately gets him. Are there any Cubs podcasts that are like huge, or is just Section 10 just such a crazy thing that it's as big as it is, and we get to have it within our Red Sox community?
I think that Section 10 is probably one of the bigger
Yeah,
baseball
right?
podcasts out there. So when Carabas tries to reach out to somebody and is like, "Hey, you want to come on the show?" he can get them on. He's got that stroke.
It's crazy, yeah. And like, yeah, he was like Lester did great things for the Cubs, but you don't see him immediately on a Cubs podcast because there's no Cubs podcasts the way that there are like Section 10,
Ouch. Yeah, I definitely agree
it's
there.
crazy.
I think he's looked at, most people as a Red Sox. I mean, he definitely had huge contributions for the Cubs, and that's amazing that he was able to do it twice, different leagues. But he's a Red Sox.
I do like the fact that I do like the fact that so I listened to a little bit of the podcast before we started, and he basically doesn't even talk about the Nationals or the Cardinals. He did talk about the Oakland A's too, and he was on that team. He was on that team for only I don't know 16 days.
Yeah, that'll probably leave a sour taste in his mouth, though. You're.
Yeah, he only pitched 10 games for the.
Yeah.
Now
it was 11 games.
If memory serves, he was traded to Oakland in a 3-way deal that got Cespedes. Is that right? Back to the Red Sox.
No, we got Cespedes. Yeah. Cespedes was he was in Oakland though. Who was the
and then Cespedes was then flipped the following offseason for Rick Porcello.
That's correct. Yeah, I believe Johnny Gomes was also part of that trade to Oakland.
Yeah, he was traded to Oakland.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, of course, I know everyone agrees that the Sox botched that contract. He should have never left. Of course, right?
100%.
But
all on ownership.
To turn into Rick Porcello, who won the Cy Young, I mean, that's still pretty good recovery from a mistake, though.
They still haven't recovered from it, in my opinion.
I mean, they won the World Series in 2018. I think we're okay. I think
Yeah,
they did fine.
yeah.
With the recovery.
I mean that
He's retired.
Well, now he's retired, but where's Rick Porcello? You know,
Rick Porcello just is fishing somewhere in New Jersey. That's what I think he's doing.
He's pumping gas.
He made a look right. He's definitely not doing that in New Jersey.
No, he got a job.
Got a job pumping it, so he pumps it for everybody.
Yeah,
he's probably the owner of the place that that needs to be a guy needs to come out and pump gas.
Yeah,
we were talking about that beforehand.
Pretty Ricky's pump shop. There you go.
Little Ricky's pump shop.
Pretty Ricky's pump shop. Yeah.
All right, Brady. So do you remember when Jon Lester made his debut?
I do.
And give us a story.
In terms of what happened in the game.
Yes.
That I can't remember. I remember watching it, reading about it, being excited, watching with my dad, and knowing the fact that it was a guy that Theo drafted. I believe it was his first ever pick. And reading about him for years and being like, holy shit, this is really cool. So I just remember being glued to the TV and just watching it and just seeing a kid come up, but he looked like a fucking professional from the second he got there. Did not look out of place at all. That's my memory of Jon Lester's debut.
Bailey?
Yeah, he was number 62. That was his number that he had before he cut it in half to 31 for some reason. Yeah, I just remember that it was exciting because, I mean, it's truly the last starter that, you know, they've been able to develop, you know, and it's been a long ass time. It was like Lester and Buckles and really hasn't been since. Starter, like obviously they've developed pitching, but just really hasn't been starting. So yeah, it was exciting. Just, you know, when you get somebody that's homegrown and somebody like that had, you know, so much talk, like there was talk about him coming in to the league and pitching and just being successful for so long. And, you know, then you see that person go and, you know, it's not, he didn't want to go, you know, ownership just lowballed. But yeah, I just remember being exciting about, I always get excited about when we can bring up talent, and if they can stick at the major league level and be as successful as Lester was, it's always really exciting.
Ed.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting with Lester because I remember the first time I heard of him was back when that trade, there were rumors of Nomar Garcia-Parra was going to get traded to the White Sox for Maglio Ordonez, and they would have sent Manny Ramirez and Jon Lester to Texas for A-Rod. And that's something that gets lost in that whole trade a lot, is that Lester would have been going to Texas in that deal. And I remember that was the first time I had really ever heard of him. I didn't follow. I think he was drafted in 2002, 2003, and I didn't really follow minor league baseball that much at the time. But, you know, you hear that name next to all those other names and you're going to remember it. And, like Bailey was saying, there really haven't been a lot of pitchers developed by the Red Sox particularly well. If you think about it, I mean, besides Clay Buchholz, have there been anybody that's been like even somewhat useful that they drafted? Erod was traded for.
Well, that was my question: is do you consider Erod, although he's not discovered?
No, I think that he was in Double A by the time they got him, so the development had already taken place. So in a weird way, that was a Duquette guy. Erod, he's more a Duquette guy.
That's actually kind of funny.
But yeah, I mean, it's incredible that he came up and was immediately effective, and you know that he had his bout with cancer and that he came back. And I remember, I think the thing that I remember the most was that World Series start, because it was my first year at college. I was at Arizona State, and everybody in my dorm was rooting against the Red Sox. There were a bunch of guys from Cleveland that were living there that were really pissed off that the Sox had come back and beaten the Indians. So I was just watching it in my room by myself.
Oh, God. Uh-huh.
Oh, that was great. You made it 2007 ALCS Game 7. I was there for the J.D. Drew Grand Slam.
Oh, man, the best.
Fausto Carmona.
Oh my God! Formerly known as,
Formerly known as, what did he be? Because he for Fausto Carmona and then he became something else, or what was the order with that?
I don't remember, but I remember he was like unfreaking hittable that year, and it was like, oh crap, they came back, but they're gonna die. And JD Drew was up. I think it was the first inning, bases loaded on, and crack. And my father hated JD Drew, hated him.
I'm with your father.
Yeah, and the second that the ball hit, I was like, nope, can't say nothing. You know, I was always a JD Drew guy. That was a fun game to be at, for sure.
I just have multiple reasons why I wasn't a big JD Drew fan, but yes, thank you. He did contribute, and his 2008 was like incredible too. So,
I honestly, you guys all are sitting here talking about the 2006 and 2007. I didn't know him until probably. I want to say probably like mid 2007. Was it? Yeah, it was like late 2007, I think. when I heard of him, and then I really wasn't paying attention all that much to baseball back then. But then in 2008, I believe he made that. Was that the year he had the no-hitter?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
So in
2008.
2008, when I was like, oh wow, this guy had cancer. He comes out, he throws a no-hitter, which happened to be was that to Tech?
Yep.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure it had to be, right? That's
He caught
par for
4.
the course, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
He's in
who's
the Hall
on?
of Fame.
Nomo, Buckholz,
Low,
Low,
Buckholz.
Buckholz.
and
Lester.
Lester. Yeah.
And should have been Kurt Schilling, but Kurt Schilling shook him off. Dumbass. He would have caught 2 in 2008. Is that it?
Fucking nuts.
I remember that start. Hideo Nomo was fucking electric. That
Oh my
day.
god, that was his first start with the Sox too, wasn't it?
It was.
I
He
think so.
like nobody was even close. He was so good that night.
What year was
Oh, yeah,
that?
I mean,
02 maybe.
yeah, that was
Right.
it was 02. That was his 1 year with the Red Sox. I love Nomo even before he came to the Sox, and
For sure.
you know he did pretty well for the Dodgers after that. I think he's still a pitching coach for them now.
Really?
Mhm.
Not like for the full team, but he like works. There's a guy who got traded to the Pirates. This guy Bednar, I think David Bednar. Nomo taught him how to throw a sinker ball. Look up the guy's numbers for this year. He was like a 2.20 ERA or something like that. I mean, it's the Pirates and they suck. So like, who's going to hear anything about the guy? But he really learned how to use that sinker.
Mhm.
So
that
he,
sounds good.
prior to the 2016 season, the Padres hired Noah as an advisor.
Oh, cool.
Oh yeah, it's the Padres, not the Dodgers. Sorry.
And then David Bednar has stated that he learned his split finger from Nomo.
Maybe he can work with Tanner Houck.
Oh, that'd be great.
Right.
Houck was just I just saw a video of Houck throwing. Looks pretty good.
Put him with Nomo though. Let's see what the fuck happens.
I think he's thrown with Scherzer and Verlander.
That's crazy.
Also good.
Yeah.
Oh
Also
yeah,
good.
Verlander's a Mizzou guy, so that makes sense there. They both went to the same college.
It's good company to keep. A little
What's
Nomo
that?
wouldn't hurt though.
What is your favorite memory of Jon Lester outside of the no-hitter, which he threw 130 pitches?
Oh yeah, they never let you do that today.
I was actually talking to somebody asked me today. They were like, we were talking about like, do you think we're gonna get baseball? And I was like, I don't know. They're having the talk today, and they're like, oh, what are they talking about? I was like, I don't know, but players want the DH, and then somebody was like, I don't want the DH. I think that's pathetic. That's not baseball. I was like, you're like, yeah. Well, I would, but I no longer work there. So, but I was like, he goes, what did he say to me? He said something about like everybody likes the National League, blah, blah, blah. I love watching the National League. I was like, no, you don't. You like watching the American League play against the National League once in a while. And I was like, you're an American League team follower. You follow the Boston Red Sox. They have the DH. So it's different. And I was like, nobody wants a pitcher hitting. No. Unless they're Shohei Ohtani.
I was about to say, except for Ohtani.
Yeah.
Rick Porcello was fun too, though.
Porcello Colon was pretty fun too.
Listen,
Beckett
he had a couple
was
doubles.
fun.
Yeah, that's true. Beckett was kind of fun.
Beckett was fun.
Wakefield was a. Oh, sorry.
Can I ask? And I never understood this. Why do they wear coats on the bases?
I think it's to keep warm. But they same reason they wear. They're all wrapped up when in the dugout.
To look cute.
Like, maybe they should take hints from you and Ed.
Listen.
looking handsome.
I mean, 2011 they did do that.
Yeah, that is true.
Lester was part of that team too.
All right, guys, let's get back on track here.
Yeah, so, Brad.
Outside of the complete game, the no hitter. what were your favorite memories of Jon Lester?
That
2013.
That was the 07 embrace that Francona and Lester had on the mound was.
I said besides the no-hitter.
No, that was in the World Series. That's in Colorado.
The no-hitter was. Oh, wait, sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm talking about World Series. The start he had in World Series. Come back from cancer. Francona and him had a big embrace. That was special.
Yeah, Francona really loved
Bailey?
it. Yeah, I'd have to say
they were both cancer survivors, weren't they?
I don't know if that time Francona didn't Francona have it a little later? I'm not sure.
He had a lot of health issues, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, he's had a ton of health issues, like a lot of circulatory issues. Really weird.
Yep.
Yeah, but no, I'd probably have to go with Brady. I agree that World Series, just after, coming back from cancer and, how scary that was, and then his rehabbing in the minor leagues, just to come back and pitch an absolutely incredible game in the World Series. I think he was still young. I think 24 years old. It was, he was the kind of guy that went out there and had no fear on the mound and just pitched, whether or not there were times where he was frustrating, whether or not he was ever really truly a quote unquote ace. He was never worse than a number 2 for the Red Sox. And to think that you developed a number 2 is absolutely incredible. I would love if the Red Sox could develop a number 4, a number 5, a 3,
That's true.
Yeah. But so I definitely think of everything. Great in 2008. The no-hitter was great, but I think that World Series was just, what he had come back from was just incredible.
For me, it was definitely, and I think it gets a little underlooked because of what Ortiz did, but 2013, that World Series, he went absolutely rip shit there. I'm just looking at his numbers here. He was 2-0, 0.59 ERA, 15.1 innings. He struck out 15, walked 1. So if it wasn't for Ortiz turning into Barry Bonds for a week, he would have been the World Series MVP there. He was just so locked in. And he was always good in the playoffs, but he took it to another level in 2013. They might not win that World Series without him. I mean, Koji obviously was incredible too. John Lackey had a great comeback year. That was one of the years Buchholz managed to stay healthy. But Lester was always the glue for that team. It's like you said, he might not have been a number 1, but he was a consistent number 2, and he performed like a number 1 sometimes.
Yeah,
can I ask you guys
that World Series?
I read somewhere that some believe that he's the greatest postseason pitcher of all time. Not to knock Lester in any way, shape, or form. I think he's definitely deserves massive accolades to say one hell of a postseason pitcher. But it's a little tough, I think. It's a little tough in my opinion to really put him as the clear number 1. I don't know about that.
It's tough to gauge that. Just looking at his numbers here, though, he had 17 different playoff series in his career, 154 innings, 2.51 ERA, 1.019 WHIP, 133 strikeouts to 40 walks. So he was, objectively he was very good, but, there's been a lot of pitchers who have pitched in the postseason. So I'd need to see the other numbers lined up against those, but it's hard to say that he wasn't, at the very least, a very impressive postseason pitcher.
Right.
Yeah, I think if he's ever to, people will be to get him into the Hall of Fame, not into the Hall of Fame, people will really look at that postseason. I think that could be something that pushes him over the edge. I don't, so who knows?
So my favorite memory of Jon Lester, I'll go with as a Red Sox and as a Cub, as a member of the Cubs, because we can show appreciation for the Cubs as well. The World Series, 2007 World Series, like Brady was saying. The other one I gotta say is more like a funny, is when he threw, I forgot who it was, when he threw the guy out at first base. because for some reason Lester just had a problem throwing people out at first base. That not throwing them out, picking them off.
Yeah.
He picked. Yeah, he had the yips. There was also another situation when he was with the Cubs. The ball got stuck in his glove, and he had to throw the entire glove over to Rizzo.
I love when that shit happens. I really
who was it? Was it Tavares?
Tavares,
who used to roll the ball to first base?
Yep. He was a nut. That guy.
That guy was absolutely fucking incredible. Funny as hell. Yeah, Lester had some good shit. One thing I saw something on not Facebook, on Twitter. So he played with Boston for 9 years. He played with Chicago for 6 years. He pitched 242 games for the Red Sox. He started 241. He pitched and started 171 games for the Chicago Cubs. He had a win-loss percentage of .636 for both Chicago and the Red Sox. And he had an ERA of .364 for both the Red Sox and the Cubs. And he pitched over 1,000 innings for both teams. Crazy. How do you have the exact same winning percentage and the exact same ERA?
Gotta have that consistency.
That's
eerie. Unbelievable.
Chris Davis is not impressed.
Which Chris Davis?
Oakland.
Mr. 247.
Yeah, he hit 247. I think it was 3 seasons
3 years in a row.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was wild.
I love baseball so much for that shit. When you put numbers, I'm a math guy, right? You put numbers and baseball together, that's why it's perfect. It's great. Because I mean, what the fuck are the odds to have the same exact batting average 3 years in a row?
Yeah.
It wasn't 3 years in a row, man. It was 1, 2, 3, 4 years in a row. It was 2015 to 2018.
That's amazing.
And he missed it. He missed it in 2014 by hitting 244.
Jerk.
How dare you?
And his on base percentage was pretty close too for 2 of the years. For 2017, he was 336, and 2018 was 326. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, that's when he was good. No.
Yeah,
he fell off the face of the earth a couple of years ago.
Yeah, he's like, God, I wish I could hit 247.
In 2019, he hit 220. And 2018, he was at 48 homers. I think it's the juice. Because he went from 42, 43, 48, 23. Then in the COVID season, he only hit 2 home runs.
Pilates.
Well, he got hurt too. He came up a big power hitter with the Brewers, and then he got traded to the A's and went absolutely ape shit there.
Imagine how many fucking home runs he would hit if he was in a smaller ballpark.
Yeah, he had a lot of power.
Like in Philly? Oh, that'd be cool.
Colorado? He did like 500 home runs.
If I was the Rockies GM, that's all I would fucking do. Is just find guys that like hit like big fly balls. Like everyone would be like a Rob Deere. Ed, remember Rob Deere?
Yeah, vaguely. I was thinking more like when that one year the Rockies had Mark Reynolds.
Oh yeah,
like that was a brilliant signing for them.
That's all I would do. That's it. Like Willie, I would totally, if I was O'Dowd or whoever was running the team now, like Willie Mo Pena would have definitely been a guy like, we need that fucker. You know what I mean?
Be the most entertaining team in baseball, I'll tell you that.
Oh yeah, they're gonna lose 19-14, but like they're gonna have fun.
They're gonna have 14 home runs though.
Yeah, a lot of strikeouts too.
Wow, he surprisingly only hit 30 home runs in 2017. I thought he would have hit more.
He was getting to the end of his career, I think, at that point.
Yeah.
Excuse me, sorry.
But did he hit 247?
Oh God, he probably hit like 1 something. No, actually, surprisingly, had a better batting average than I would have thought. He had 267 that year.
That's presentable.
That's where it all went wrong. That's where it went wrong. Yeah.
There were solid years where the dude was hitting $198. But he could hit a home run.
I forgot that Willie Mopania played for the Red Sox in 2007.
Oh, they were so pumped. Everyone was so pumped.
Oh, the power was incredible.
Yeah, the whole 11 home runs he hit in 2006 and the 5 he hit in fucking. Oh, are you talking about Davis still?
No, I'm talking about how far.
I was talking about Willie Mopania.
No, Willie Mopania's power was incredible. It went so freaking far. I think he hit like one of the furthest home runs in like one ballpark. It was just like he mashed the shit out of them.
Oh, so that's okay. Now I get the Franchi Cordero comparison.
Oh yeah.
I think Franchi still has way more potential than Willie Mopania ever had.
Franchi's actually athletic. Willie Mo was just kind of like if Arnold Schwarzenegger, somebody with that build, was playing baseball and wasn't particularly coordinated, but could really match the ball far when he made contact. Franchi can actually run though and make catches in the outfield and stuff.
He sounds like my Rocky. You know what I mean? Like sign that boy up, put him at shortstop, and you're like, you can't play short, and like neither can anyone else. Fuck it, like you know.
This is just such a good idea for a team. Like I know that they'd go 100, like 0 and 162, but like it doesn't even matter. They'd hit so many home runs.
They keep matching fucking homers. It's kind of fun, you know. Like it's not really, but sort of.
Who's the ace of this team? Is it like Madison Bumgarner or something?
Oh no. For my hypothetical Rocky team,
yes.
Do you remember the Red Sox starter had a failed starter, got hurt? Toma Oka. Remember his
I remember
name?
Oka. He threw a perfect game in Pawtucket.
Yeah. I want all retreads, right, guys? We're like one more shot. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's not going to work. Or pitchers that forego throwing hard and they go to the knuckleball because
that's what Oka did, though. He tried to come back as a knuckleball pitcher. Like that really happened. That's like too perfect.
Is he like the only Korean-born knuckleballer to ever like? That'd be amazing.
I mean, I don't think he made it back to the big leagues. I know that he tried to have a comeback, and I think I want to say Toronto signed him or something like that. But yeah, no, he never was able to come back.
I would like to get the closer would be the Red Sox version of Eric Gagne. I would like that would be.
Oh God,
possibly Craig Hansen as well.
I wanted Craig Hansen to be so good.
Me too. That didn't happen.
Can we bring in like who else is like a good failed pitching version like that?
Bard was until he made his comeback.
Well, he made a comeback with the Rockies.
I know. There you go.
That's true.
Perfect.
Well, the Mets had Generation K that never really fucking took off. Bill Pulsifer. Great.
Oh shit! I remember Pulsifer.
Oh yeah, yep, yeah. That's what I want. I want a full just band of retreads and just pretty much the Orioles rotation, right? Is what, except for John Means, he can't. He's not.
I was about to say
Means too good.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, Means can pitch from time to time. You know.
Can that Australian lady be on this rotation too? The lefty
she's good.
Talking about.
No, I like her. No, she's good. I'm going to subject her to this.
That girl has such good form. Shit.
Mm-hmm.
She looks like a she has a Jon Lester type.
She does.
Delivery.
Yeah, she doesn't fit on this. She doesn't fit on that rotation at all because
too good.
She looks like she has a future. I want people that only have a past.
Yeah.
Her name is Genevieve Beacom.
Mm-hmm.
And she's 17 years old.
Yeah. Come on, Red Sox. Get on that shit.
I was actually thinking about that, and I think I said that in the last episode. I was like, I think it would be awesome.
You have nothing to lose and so much to gain.
I mean,
there are no lefty relievers in the Red Sox system. The best one is like Rio Gomez, who's in AA. Like they honestly could use the depth.
Listen, can she close?
Only one way to find out.
You look pretty fearless on that mound.
I like it. I like it, but not on my Rocky team though. I just have to be, like
Too good.
You want like Rick Ankiel, the pitcher, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god!
But at the end, not in the beginning, because that was a good Rick Ankiel. Ed, do you remember this name? I'm going back. John Dobson.
Oh shit, that actually does sound familiar.
John Dobson was the number 5 starting pitcher. I went to Fenway like 4 times as a kid, and I missed Clemens every fucking start. And I saw their number 5, not their number 1, John Dobson, who sucked.
So he's their ace then. He's definitely their ace. And every time you go to see your team, the fantastic Colorado Rockies play, he has to pitch for you.
For sure. Great. Yeah, thanks, John.
You don't get to see Ankiel.
Who was the guy? Oh, fuck. 2003. Sox trade for a starter from the Atlanta Braves for the stretch run.
Paul Bird?
No. Although I love Paul Bird.
God, his delivery was like.
Paul Bird was great. Okay, I'm gonna have to go back and research this one. This guy was old as fuck, and he was like almost a professional bowler. John Burkett.
He was there for a couple of years. I thought Burkett, like more than one, wasn't he?
He may have been, but John Burkett now is who I want to list that. He's probably 68.
How about I don't know how to pronounce his name. Byung Hyun Kim.
Byung Kim. BK.
Oh, father, that's a good one.
When we traded for him, he was fucking irate.
That guy was a lunatic.
Did you ever hear the story that he on the bus he used to sleep? You know how like there's a little part where you could put like your bags or something like that, on a bus, that he would climb up there and he would sleep there because he could sleep fucking anywhere. And he sucked at the baseball, but at least he could sleep anywhere.
I like that ability though. Like I wish I could do that.
Same.
But that's such a small space. I mean, I know he wasn't a big guy, but shit.
Right.
Here's one for you, Brady.
Sure.
John Wasden.
Oh, John Wasden. The John Wasden project. That didn't work out well.
How about Skip Lockwood?
Nope. Brian Rose. Talking about Brian Rose.
Oh man, there's a guy that's a never was.
Yep. That one hurt. All these guys that I had such high hopes for.
Heathcliff Slocum.
Oh, Heathcliff, but he gave us Derek Lowe and Tech. So I love Heathcliff Slocum. Love him. One of my favorite Red Sox.
Larry Anderson.
Oh, he sucked.
Ugh.
He was traded. For I think he was in the Schilling trade.
Wasn't he the return? Wasn't he the return though for Jeff Bagwell?
That's what it was. Yep.
Oh, what a trade!
That would have been nice. That would have been great.
How about Steve Avery?
Steve Avery was a great pitcher for the Braves.
Yeah, another Brave, actually.
Yeah, the Red Sox did that for a while. Remember when they got what's his name, John Smoltz?
Yeah, they never got Maddox or Glavine.
Right, John Smoltz was fucking awful for the Red Sox.
Oh yeah,
but he looked good.
Matt Clement.
Glavine would have made sense though, because he's a.
I love Matt Clement.
Native.
I was so excited when the Sox signed Matt Clement, and I had such high aspirations. I was wrong.
Fuck, who was the pitcher in 2018 who threw his glove down and fucking like broke his wrist or something?
Oh, that's Carson Smith.
Yeah.
Oh, that like ended his career.
Yeah, I liked him too.
I got Smith and Tyler Thornburg mixed up. I still do to this day.
Same person.
Oh God.
Have you ever seen the two of them in the same room at the same time?
No, because they were always hurt.
Yeah.
They were never healthy at the same time.
Did you see him in the hospital when you were there, Ed?
No. Well, maybe. I don't know, actually. There were a lot of people there.
Matt Young.
Oh, piece of shit.
I don't even remember him.
Oh, yeah.
92.
Yep.
Oh God.
They were tough to watch. They were a real tough watch. But
I was not watching baseball in 1992.
I was.
How about the 2009 Daisuke Matsuzaka?
Oh,
boring
God.
as fuck.
Those games lasted forever.
How many people could you walk without giving up a run? That was the challenge.
Daisuke, that's the Daisuke Matsuzaka challenge right there.
And here's one last one for you, Brady. This one's bringing it old school. Okay. Mike Torres.
Oh yeah, come on.
Oh,
for the
dude.
Yankees.
I have a Mike Torres story. He hit on my
actually do
mom at
too,
spring
weirdly.
training. My mom, back in like when Mike Torres was on the Red Sox, I think it was like in the 70s. She went down to like spring training and she like went by herself and she was like in a bar, and this was like when my mom could get it. She looking good. And she said that.
Wait, what do you mean when she could? As though it's
Oh,
not
no.
that way now.
Not my dad now, but like the woman's in her 70s. She'll tell you that there was a day when she was hot shit. So she was like
She
hot
could get
shit.
it.
And she's like sitting there and she's like, he's like approaching me. She's like, he's coming at me. And she's like, all of a sudden, she's like, I just go into panic mode. And she's like, I get up and just like leave. And I was like, well, you didn't. She's like, but then I looked up at the time frame. The dude was married. I was like, oh, and he was just trolling for like young women in bars down in Winter Haven, Florida at the time.
Hey, Ed, do you remember when the Sox traded for Ed Sprague?
Yes, the third baseman.
Yes. And
What did they give up for him?
Nothing, but
because he'd been with like the Pirates for like he couldn't really hit though by the time they got him.
I stayed at a Holiday Inn and I was going to the Red Sox game, and as I'm eating breakfast in the lobby, who's sitting right next to me? Ed Sprague, and he's there with his agent, and he's got Red Sox letterhead, probably looking over whatever. And I was like, why the fuck is a major league ball player at the Holiday Inn? Like, what the fuck? And then he went and played in the game, and I think he went like 0 for 4 with I think he booted a ball at third. And
what year was this? Was this pre John Henry? Was this like 2001?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, that's wild.
Oh, they were not. Listen, that's my Red Sox teams.
Those are the ones I grew up on too, until like 2003, where they were just kind of horse shit.
Oh, remember Brett Saberhagen? Remember he was good.
Saberhagen won a couple Cy Young awards before he was with the Red Sox,
but he was still competitive with the Sox. He still gave you, they had Pedro and eventually Pedro and just fucking cross your fingers. Yeah, that was it for the longest time.
When his brother was there, he was Ramon was sometimes good
against the Yankees. He had a couple good starts.
Yeah, those were.
Do you guys hear the news? Who the Yankees picked up?
Yes. Great signing, love it.
So fantastic! Like we get somebody like Whitlock, and Cashman's just like, we want Ryan Weber.
Sure do.
I can't wait. I need him in pinstripes. I need him on the mound, and I need some lefties to just be going off on that short porch.
Jose Peraza's with them too.
Love that. Yeah. Love that.
Both 2020 Red Sox guys. Both sucked for the Red Sox.
Zach Peraza had that great first game and then did absolutely nothing after that.
Oh my god, so bad.
You remember when Eckersley was like, he reminds me of
Maddox?
Yeah, and it was like, fuck. I mean, have you seen Greg Maddox pitch? I mean, like,
Eckersley was talking about the velocity. Dennis. Yeah. I don't even know, like, but even it's like the thing was the Maddox had this accuracy, so you couldn't even say it was like, oh, Weber can't throw, but like he's got a really good accuracy. No,
he sucked. Real Cormier, oh yeah, he was fucking great too.
R.I.P.
Oh, that's fuck, man.
There was I think when he was with the Phillies, he was like the best pitcher in baseball for about 6 weeks.
I remember that. I was fucking miserable. Yep. Terrible.
Never quite did that with the Red Sox, unfortunately.
No.
Oh, there was another name. Mike Kickham. You could put him in the Colorado.
Oh God.
Oh yes.
Zach Godley.
Oh,
Zach Godley's the ace. That's it.
Just grunting audibly every single
throw
pitch.
88 miles per hour and make it sound like he's like giving it all. He's like, ugh! You think he's throwing like 110 miles an hour?
What year was it when they had he's the ace, no, I'm the ace, like all those shirts? Remember that? Like in spring training when they had that?
God.
I think it was 11. I think they were like, this is the best team ever assembled, but it wasn't. And
it was for a while, and then it went.
It sure did. It sure did.
They were great most of that season.
The 11 team is still like.
What's that, Brad?
2015?
11.
Was it 2011?
2011 is when the Red Sox were we're the best team in baseball through August 27th, something like that. And we're gonna hit the skids. We're gonna have a little rough patch, and then
We're gonna drink beer, eat chicken.
And then we got Bobby Valentine.
They did that in 2015 too, didn't they? With the he's the ace shirts.
Oh, did they? Oh no.
I gotta be honest, I don't really remember anything about the 2015 team. That was a very bland team.
Who was on it? I'm trying to think that they would all been like, "Oh, I'm the ace. No, I'm the ace."
Masterson, Buchholz, Porcello, Kelly, Miley.
Oh God. Yeah, none of you
Justin,
were aces.
Justin Masterson.
Oh.
I always liked him.
I liked Masterson.
Mm-hmm.
They traded him for Victor Martinez, right?
Which was a fair trade, man, because he played well. But Masterson had a good career.
For us.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm mad that we didn't win anything with B-Mart because he was really good for us.
Now you got me thinking back down memory lane of all failed big hype Red Sox prospects.
Okay, I've got a random indie league one for you. You ready?
Oh yeah,
Morgan Burkhart.
Oh fuck yeah! One of my all-time favorites.
I loved Morgan Burkhart.
Are you kidding me? Is he Alcantara?
He was like an Appalachian League great or some random ass league like that they got him out of.
I was so excited. I mean, through the roof. Didn't work out.
Nope.
Donnie Sadler, another great name.
Oh man,
are we just talking pitchers or are we talking players now?
Donnie Sadler is anybody. Just
now, who was the guy?
There was a center fielder, a rookie center fielder who played for the Red Sox. Fuck, when was it? It had to have been between 2005. In 2010. It wasn't Nava. It was someone else.
Bobby Kelty?
That they got from an independent league?
No, not an independent league. He played I want to say a couple months for them, and then he got traded. And I think it started with the D, but it wasn't Daniel Nava. So I remember Nava.
Darnell
McDonald?
McDonald?
Not Ryan Kalish.
It wasn't McDonald.
I'm listening.
What'd you say?
Out. Kalish?
No. It wasn't Ryan Kalish, was it?
No.
He was supposed to be so good. That was a big one, yeah.
Yeah, it was Reddick, Kalish, and Westmoreland, and somehow Reddick ended up being the best of the three of them.
Well, Westmoreland was potentially going to be something. He was
going to be Mike Trout, people say.
Yeah, lefty Mike Trout. God, that's something just to think about what he potentially could have been.
You guys do have me thinking. They really haven't developed a homegrown starting pitcher since is it Buck? Who was drafted first, Buchholz or Lester? It was probably Lester.
I think Lester was before Buchholz, so technically Buchholz would be the last good one. But if we're talking consistently, really, 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 really good one and healthy, it's Lester.
And that's over 15 years ago until they identified someone and said, "That's
Technically, if he was drafted in 2002, we're going on 20 years.
Was there anybody between Lester and Roger Clemens also?
That's a good point too. Who knows?
Oh shit. A lot of retreads in there. None that's jumping out to me that really get, of any note, of any merit. But they really, when you think about it, it's impressive positionally, they've developed a hell of a lot of positional players.
Yes.
Oh, amazing offensive players. Absolutely tremendous guys there.
Yeah,
I mean, even
unequivocally.
Look at some of the guys who have left the team recently.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Unequivocally.
It's unreal. But fuck, they can't even get number 4.
It's bad.
They really can't.
And then you had people thought Henry Owens was going to be good, and then he was just dog poop.
I don't even know. Is there
Before there was
pitcher?
Henry Owens, there was Casey Fossum.
Oh hell yeah, there sure was. Who can you think of a starting pitcher that the Red Sox traded away that developed somewhere else? I can't even think of that.
Frankie Montas.
Okay.
That's the only one. But he was
10
traded
months.
such a long time ago that I think he was part of the Peavy trade. So that was 2013, and he's like still only 30. So he was really young in his development.
But generally speaking, the Sox can't. They don't even like if you trade a starting pitching prospect away from the Red Sox, safe, fine. You know, he's not going to blow up your
he's
face.
not going to be a superstar. You're good.
Yeah.
And then I remember there was a time where
Felix
I remember Dubron.
Oh yeah, I remember.
He was Eduardo Rodriguez before Erod was a thing.
Edward Mexico.
Right.
Oh yeah, Edward Mojica was great.
Yeah,
Oh,
and then there was like that guy that threw weirdly too. I remember he was supposed to be, and he just like, no, it was a white guy, and he had like a really weird delivery. It was around the Papelbon like times, you know, when we thought Papelbon was going to potentially be a star.
Not Hansen.
No. Hansen did throw weirdly too, but this guy threw like extra weird.
I actually was at the game when Craig Hansen made his major league debut.
Oh, that's cool.
Really pumped, and that excitement ended really fucking quickly.
Oh shit! Okay, here's one. Okay, I think the guy that are you talking about? Kason Gabbard?
No.
Made a good spot start.
Right?
Yeah, he was a lefty. I think he was part of a trade. I want to say for like David Murphy or something like that.
Yes, he went to Texas. Yep.
Yes,
Kason Gabbard.
Right.
He could pitch for the Rockies.
Yeah, I wish I could think of this freaking guy. I think it was. I'm gonna look at like 2005 Red Sox and just like.
I don't think it was 2005. I think it was a little later, honestly.
Now, who's the knuckleballer that they've had recently? Was it what's his name?
Stephen Wright?
Oh, the guy.
Yeah. But he wasn't drafted by the Sox, right?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
Do you remember between Wright and Wakefield, there was another knuckleballer, Charlie Zink?
Sure do.
Yeah. Yep. That name's very familiar.
Great name. Bad pitcher. You know, and I get honestly, I don't know. I could not stand Papelbon. I was never a big Papelbon guy.
You just didn't like him as a person? Because I was like, there's a time where he was great.
Oh, he was as a pitcher, really liked him, but he just like just not my guy, you know.
Yeah, he was kind of like he was either it was somebody you either liked him, you didn't. I get that.
Was the white guy with the funky delivery Michael Bowden?
Yes, that's the name.
Oh yeah,
he was supposed
ended
to
up
be
in
really
Japan.
good.
Yep, he ended up in Japan.
Yep.
They all end up doing that.
Makes you wonder, like, could I be like a backup third baseman in the Japanese league?
You never know.
Maybe. Only one way to find out. You got to go to that tryout.
I'm like, look, I'm 42, right?
I'm starting.
Haven't played baseball in a while, right? But no one's seen me.
Fresh.
They don't know.
You're fresh.
They don't know my holes.
Fresh.
Oh yeah, you know what I mean. Nobody knows my holes, so like, I got the league.
Oh, I know your holes, Brady.
I fucking knew someone was going there because I thought it.
Oh, you boys know how to flatter me. I'll tell you, you really do. You know how to sweet talk a girl. I got to be honest with you. It is true though. The girl from Australia, man, her delivery, honestly, was smooth as fuck. No stress on the elbow in any way, shape, or form. A very, easily repeatable delivery. Like, that's cool.
Yeah. No, that's just so good. And then of course what's in the comments, nothing but misogyny, but it was nice to see that there was a ton of comments.
I don't know why I would expect anything less.
Yeah. At least there were a lot of good ones too, though, which was great to see. But yeah, there's a lot like what the Yankees organization and like what the that Tampa team signing the first female manager, like the internet went off on one guy that said, you do realize that women are supposed to like obey their husbands and like be mothers, and that's like their job.
I saw a thing on Facebook where I was just like, are you fucking kidding me? It's 2022, please.
Yep.
The guy was like, I will not talk to a woman who's not a Christian. They are not allowed to, lots of babies. And I was like, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I always wonder what guys online are like into like financial domination and that stuff. And I think like whenever I see comments like, I'm like, oh yeah.
if I can find me a sugar mama, I mean, like I'm still gonna work, but I mean, like, hey, I ain't gonna say no if she's gonna work too.
I think you could do it, Brad. I think you could.
I know you could, Brad.
Jake Peavy.
Jake Peavy. I never was a big Jake Peavy guy.
Ruby De La Rosa.
Oh, Ruby.
So good
Ruby
for a
was
while.
like I think his mother
I got one for you.
babysat Pedro's mother babysat Ruby De La Rosa.
That's kind of cool.
Joel Hannahan.
Joel Hanrahan.
Oh god.
Yeah,
from
got us
the
brought home.
Pirates. Yep,
He
from the
did.
Pirates. That's right.
Remember
got
when we
hurt.
had Hanrahan and Bailey, and we thought we were gonna have the best like 8th and 9th inning in baseball.
And that's when Koji.
We did.
That's when Koji
Yeah.
came along. They lost
and then Koji.
their closer and their setup guy.
Who was
And
the
they're like-
setup guy for Koji? That was that Tozawa or was it
I
somebody
think
else
it was
that year?
Tozawa. I think
Okajima.
Tozawa was Okajima. in- No, he was 07, I think.
Yeah, Okajima was an 07
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah, it was Tozawa.
Oh, he was
Yeah,
not.
it-
So
Yeah.
who was it? It was Tozawa. They had like a 3-headed monster. Tozawa, and then who was the other lead to
Breslow?
Koji? Nah.
He had Andrew Miller.
Oh yeah, Andrew Miller in 2013. Yeah. That was a good ass bullpen, man.
And imagine if they had a healthy Hanrahan and Bailey. That may have been.
Yeah, the most lethal.
Remember when Bobby Jenks went to the Red Sox?
Why
yes.
am I not seeing
That
that?
that guy made me look
my God.
like someone like I need to eat food. I mean, that guy was he was a blimp.
He was like the worst possible timeline Bobby Hill. That was what he looked like. Like if he was raised by Cotton instead of Hank, he would have been Bobby Jenks.
No, Workman was also good in 2013 for the Red Sox. in the
That's who
playoffs,
I was
too.
thinking of.
Oh
Yep.
shit! I forgot he was there for that long.
Are you
Yeah,
fucking
it's
kidding
God.
me? He was up to bat in the 2013 World Series.
I just forgot.
Because
Because
Carroll was a fucking idiot.
Oh,
Did you
God,
ever
I
see the
completely
video?
forgot about that.
Of 2018 after the Sox won the World Series, Brandon Workman is drunk off his ass and he's heading to a car and he's just mumbling and stuttering some shit. And so whoever was like, just grabbed him and threw him in the car. He's like, I didn't even throw a fucking pitch. And they're like, get the fucking shut up. Just go.
I think drunk Brandon Workman has to be in your Rockies pen.
Oh, yeah. Closer.
Oh my god, what happened to him? Jesus H.
I can't fucking find it at all.
But Jon Lester was great.
Yes.
He really, I don't know. It's like he really was great, and he's one of the few mega free agent, that for starting pitcher that worked out really well. Like it's not like they just got a championship, but then he stunk and they said it's worth it. He was just really good the whole freaking time.
Hall of
Yeah,
Famer?
hit. Yeah, no.
He never had a major arm injury his whole career. Never needed Tommy
No,
John. Started
healthy.
30 plus games every year until I think until the pandemic.
Yeah, I don't think he's a Hall of Famer. I think he's right on the.
Very
I mean,
borderline.
look, they let a lot of people in that I don't think are.
Yeah, it's the Hall of kind of good now.
Yeah, right. He's phenomenal. You know what I mean? But there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, the 2020 season, he didn't start 30 games. He did, however, start 28 games in 2021.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, he started. Yeah.
Like I think Kurt Schilling
30 games from 2008 on, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Durable.
He was obviously very, very consistent, too.
I think Schill had the more accomplished career. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's a little tough to say. And I know there's other things at play for Schill, but yeah.
Let's
Well,
just
my
say,
thing is, if Messina's in, Schilling should be in, but Schilling's keeping himself out. That's what that is.
Oh, Schilling, agreed. Schilling's a much better career pitcher. Musino was a great pitcher. Phenomenal.
Yeah, and if
but
Messina is a Hall of Famer, then Kurt Schilling's a Hall of Famer. If you just go by that.
How about not in the Hall of Fame yet, but Sabathia, CC Sabathia, as a comparison to Jon Lester?
Oh, I just really have to think. Did Sabathia hit some of the milestones? Whereas
I think he won 250 games.
And then did he
You
have
know,
2,000 strikeouts?
when he got traded to the Brewers from the Indians, He took the ball every
Oh,
third
yeah.
day for like a month and a half and just said, give me the fucking ball. And I remember I was like, damn, like that guy, he had heart.
How
Yeah, I
many?
hated that he
Yeah,
went
he
to New
threw. He threw over 3,000. 3,000 innings.
He has 3,000 strikeouts. He's going to probably get into the Hall of Fame. That's, or, you know, if there are certain things that milestones you
Sabathia,
hit, that's
you're talking about?
Yeah, 3,093.
Yep.
3.78 ERA, 1.2. Yeah.
He averaged about 188 per season. It's crazy.
He really learned how to pitch after his fastball kind of lost its juice too. Like he wasn't great his last couple of years, but he hung in there.
Yeah.
He only played with Milwaukee for 1 year.
Oh yeah, he was traded in the middle of the season, and he was lights out for them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was. He had a 165 ERA
for the Brewers.
Yep.
How many starts?
17.
And he was traded at the deadline.
And holy shit! And he pitched 7 complete games for them too.
I remember watching it. I was like, "What the fuck?" And then the Yankees signed him. I was like, "Shit, fuck it, it's all over."
Yeah, I hate that he went to New York. I really did, because I would have really liked him, but
sure.
I'm gonna be like, you know,
wow.
Because I hear he's a great guy. So there's all these things, but there's those pinstripes and winning too. You have to win there. Like
Could you
Mussina
imagine?
didn't win there, so I can still kind of like him.
Agreed.
He won in 2009.
No, Mike Mussina did not win.
I think he retired.
Oh, Moose. Oh, yeah.
Now Mussina retired in 2008.
I thought we were talking about Sabathia. Yeah, that's gotta
no.
suck.
I
That's
said
also
Sabathia winning is like
yeah. Dude, like the amount of this guy pitched 241 innings in 2007. In 2008, he hit 253. Could you imagine anybody nowadays fucking throwing 253 innings?
No, he oh my god, he didn't break his arm or die or explode. They're just babying them now. I really think, I understand there's so much money invested, but yeah, I just feel like it pisses me off that they go like 5 innings and we're like,
yeah, but what's kind of crazy
2010. In 2010, he threw 237 and 2/3 innings, and the very next year he pitched 1/3 of an inning less.
Is Bailey, you're right. They try to protect their investments, but like it doesn't really seem like it works anyway. And B, if you're going to spend all this money, get something out of it. Like just, like if you get hurt, then it's a risk you take. And, surgeries for like Tommy John, it's not 100%, but it's pretty good that they're going to come back. I'm
so upset I can't come up with that kid's name.
Darren Bragg?
No.
He was great. Ed, you remember Darren Bragg?
I remember Darren Bragg. He was on I've had this Ken Griffey Jr. Major League Baseball for the N64. He was one of the outfielders. It was Darren Bragg. God, who are the other two? Darren Lewis and David Buford.
Dude, Darren Lewis was one of my favorite Red Sox.
He was like Jackie Bradley. He was like the poor man's Jackie Bradley Jr. He was a great fielder.
And Troy O'Leary was like a poor man's Trot Nixon.
Oh, I remember
Troy O'Leary in left field.
Yep, hit a grand
slam. He had 28 home runs one year for them.
He had a grand slam in the 99 postseason.
Yeah, he was great in 99.
I was pumped. That's when Pedro came in relief against the Indians and barely could throw above 75 and just fucking just mowed him down.
Do you remember, and this was, I think, the year after that, because you mentioned Trot Nixon. Do you remember that ESPN game of the week where it was Clemens against Pedro and they went into like the 9th inning and it was still 0-0 and Nixon hit a 2-run bomb off Clemens?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, that was great.
I think that's my earliest memory of like actually like the game. Because I remember bits and pieces, but I remember just like being like 10 years old and just being on the edge of my seat for that whole game. Because we were going to the game. We actually went to the game when they came back, and I remember Nixon getting like a standing ovation. It was one of like the first, one of my first games that I'd ever been to. It was really, it was freaking like when people talk about Fenway magic, it was magical, dude.
Do you remember the start where Pedro hit
Gerald Williams?
No, he hit Jeter and he hit Alfonso Soriano, the first 2 batters of the game, and they both went to the hospital in the same ambulance because they're like, fuck, like we gotta go. And then Pedro, I think, let up a hit that inning, and that was it the rest of the fucking way.
It's such a
He's
such a classic Pedro game. Like, because the Gerald Williams one was almost the same thing against Tampa, where he was throwing a no-hitter going into the ninth.
Then he attacked him, right?
Yeah, hitting. Yeah, there was that brawl, but Pedro hitting guys just always seemed to work out well for him. And I always felt like his control was good enough that he could kind of pick and choose when he was doing it.
I've kind of heard some interviews when he kind of hinted at there weren't too many pitches that ever got away from him. You know, like Soriano and Jeter when they stepped in, he established the fucking that's my box, and he just hit him in the wrist. And the next batter, he's like, I'm gonna do the same shit. Yankees game was wild. I mean, they just took out their top two hitters. Unbelievable.
I'm gonna end up finding that kid's name like tomorrow or something.
Did he play like 2 games and then you're like,
yeah, he really did. I when one of the guys that I worked with at the time, he was like, "Oh, I got his autograph for you." I was like, "Oh, cool." And he was like fucking with me, and I was like, "Oh, you're such a dick."
What was the time period?
You know what? I thought it was between like 2005 and 2010, but it definitely wasn't because
you're making it hard when you don't even know the year, Brad. Like,
yeah, sorry.
And he played center, and it was center field specifically.
I don't think it was center.
Okay, wait, hold on. You don't know the year,
nope.
No initials, no position.
You know what, Brady? Go fuck yourself.
That's like if I said I have a song stuck in my head. You're like, who sings it? I'm like, I don't know. What genre? Not sure. Right?
What's the beat?
But you know
Not
what
really
I'm talking
confident.
about, right? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Fuck
the one
You know the song.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with
I
like
just
music
muted
and lyrics.
It has a beat.
I can't hear you. Everybody else can.
That's cool. That's great. Fucking Brad.
I was like, it wasn't
I heard you.
the short period of time that Grady Sizemore played for the Red Sox.
Oh, I love Sizemore.
I have a picture of me with
Good day
Grady
for
Sizemore.
me. Oh God, you were near Grady Sizemore.
I'll have to show you his sexiness.
Oh my God,
I
am Grady's lady.
That almost sounds like me. So thank you.
Brady's lady.
The funniest thing though is it was 2007. I went to Cleveland. We did like a baseball tour. And there are girls with signs that say Grady's ladies and all that. And everybody, there was this one woman. I loved her confidence. She was a heavy set woman. She had a sign that said Hafner's Heifer. And
what?
Travis Hafner. It said Hafner's Heifer. It was the funniest thing I think I've ever seen in my life. I was like, this lady is hilarious.
That's great. I mean, like, wow.
I was like, that's hysterical. Yeah, I thought it was so funny. I was like, that's confidence. I love it.
I wonder if there was that was a reference to Travis Hafner at all.
It was, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was it was when Hafner was on. Yeah, it was like when they were really good. Yeah,
he was good.
Kronk.
He was good until he went to the Yankees.
Oh,
yeah, he did not do well for them.
Good.
That's why okay. I mean, they suck. It's like when we forget about things, like when Kevin Youkilis briefly played for the Yankees.
Brad,
he just took their money and didn't do anything though, so that was fine.
Was it Mike Carp?
No,
I remember Carp.
Oh, I do. It wasn't Bobby Kilty, right?
One of the things I've always wanted to see was Mike Carp pitch to Mike Trout.
We could sign him up for the Rockies and make that happen.
And then throw like Tim Salmon in there.
Yeah.
That's funny.
You didn't put that together?
No, but like I forgot about Tim Salmon, and it really is just really funny. It's like an extra layer that I didn't see coming. Really
and then
funny.
Salmon and Trout were both angels.
There's got to be more fish names. Now I'm going to be fucking racking my brain.
There's got to be somebody whose last name is actually Fish, right?
Oh, there has to be.
Kevin Bass, Oyster Bruce,
See,
AJ Pollock. Lip
Yeah.
Pike, Sid
This is
Bream,
great.
Hank Cogner.
I just
yeah,
want like a
Connor,
guy who's
yeah.
like Dick Whale.
Oh, hold on. They
Yeah.
have an all-fish team. All right, in left field, we have Kevin Bass. In shortstop, we have Oyster Birds. In center field, we have Mike Trout. Right field, we have Tim Salmon. And as DH, we have AJ Pollock. At third base, we have Lip Pike. At first base, we have Sid Bream. At
Sid Bream.
catcher, Hank Cogner. Second base, we have Bobby Sturgeon. Bench, Mike Carp, Chico Salmon, Ed Whiting, Alex Crab. Starting pitcher, Dizzy Trout, Jack Morris, Catfish Hunter, Mudcat Grant, Steve Trout. Relief pitchers, Art Herring, Marlon Stewart, Anthony Bass, Brian Bass, Chris Ray, George Haddock, and Robbie Ray.
I can't believe somebody's last name is Haddock. That's great.
Brad, I think I found the guy. Bryce Brents.
Ooh, I remember that name.
I
Yeah.
remember Brents.
I'm really
About
good.
Alex Hassan.
Sorry.
Oh yeah,
remember
he was
him.
fucking hot garbage.
Oh shit, dude.
And if you're listening, Alex, I apologize. You're a great human being and an ambassador.
Better than I'd ever be at playing baseball. That's how I'll say.
Maybe not.
Izzy Alcantara.
What a kick to the remember that when he kicked the catcher right in the fucking chest and he went to go attack the pitcher? That was
Oh God, yes.
unbelievable.
Between him and Jose Offerman, the Red Sox had some classic umpire assaulters on their team.
Well, Carl Everett was 1 second away from an assault at all times. Love
Todd
that team.
Myers, Neil Finn,
You're still
Harry L. Yeah, I'm still going.
The Jon Lester episode,
this
everyone.
one's actually, this is appreciation to Jon Lester. Dory Dean.
Oh, are you
I'm
thinking
still
of
trying to
Lars
find-
Anderson?
No.
he
Brandon
Is that
sucked.
another failed one?
Ooh, Adam Heisdu.
Oh,
Huh?
Oh, I remember Highs do.
Brad?
No.
Oh.
Okay. This is
I have to find it.
I am almost thinking
It doesn't exist.
remember the Andy Dominique.
ooh, I remember that. You know, he coaches a softball team for the University of Reno now. Or at least he did in 2015 because I looked him up.
Yeah, no, he actually
That's
he
a
did
fucking
some.
damn weird.
I had him paint my shed a couple weeks ago. He was remember Andy Marte? Remember him?
Oh, didn't he die though?
Oh fuck
I
no!
believe he was I believe he passed away a few years
What was
ago.
this?
He was the guy that they traded for Coco Crisp.
Yep,
Who-
he was.
who?
Andy Marte.
He was supposed to be the next
Yep.
great thing. Oh, he's
Yep,
dead?
he was killed in a car crash in the Dominican Republic. I think it was the same week as Oscar Tavares.
Oh
What
God.
the fuck? That's the way to bring everybody down there, Ed. I was just trying to.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm really Damian Jackson.
Ooh,
Oh yeah, the head. His head smashed into.
Brad?
was it Johnny Damon? Is it just Johnny Damon?
Is it just too obvious?
I don't know who it is, honestly.
This is. I mean,
Like all these names don't make. They're not like,
That's him. Yeah.
yeah, that's definitely him. I don't know. I don't know the year. I don't know his name. I know he played outfield.
Ed, do you
What is-
remember Freddie Sanchez?
I do. Didn't he win a batting title one year?
He was. I think the
Pittsburgh,
Padres.
right?
He was. Let me see. Yeah, I think you're right. Yep, Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I
Yep.
think it was with he had like 326 or something like that. It might something like that.
Yeah, he was like Brady Anderson. Leaves for 1 year, has a great year. Although he actually had a pretty respectable career, Freddie Sanchez.
Yeah, he wasn't bad. He was like one of these light hitting infielders that always seemed to put up a decent batting average. You don't really see a lot of guys like that anymore.
Oh, Tim Naring. was a good version of that.
He could have just stayed healthy. Aaron would have been a monster. He just couldn't he could play. He just couldn't
Jeff
stay
Fry.
healthy.
Remember Jeff Fry?
I love Jeff Fry. I follow Jeff Fry on Twitter, and it's just him talking about like coaching kids. It's actually kind of adorable.
Yeah. He actually he plows for me, so it's pretty.
Oh, that's cool too. Wow, you've got a whole team there.
Yeah,
Who plows for you? Who's he plowing? Your alpacas?
Yep. Tinkerbell, be careful.
Mike Lansing.
Oh, what a gift from God. I honestly, Brad, this is going to bother me a real lot because I don't know how far back to go. But Chris Steins.
Nope.
Oh, shit, I remember him.
Oh, yeah.
Nope.
There's Morgan Burkhart in all his glory and splendor. Yep. Interesting.
There was a guy in the rotation for the Red Sox, I think in the late 90s or early 2000s. It was Crawford. I don't remember his first name.
Paxton,
that's what it was, because there's Cutter Crawford now. And I was trying to remember who the other Crawford was.
He got caught with remember Manny Alexander had all the hypodermic needles.
Oh yeah. Oh God, Manny Alexander. There's another one.
Yep, dropped all the steroids, just fell right out in front of I think the Boston media, and they were like, yeah, those were the good times. That's when the Sox ownership didn't spend because they were not alive. So that was tough. Yeah, good times. Brad, I don't think this person really exists.
I think that it was Bailey using time travel. That's my theory on this. Went back, played center field for 3 games. Makes sense to me.
Ed Sprague played 33 games as a member of the Red Sox. He hit .216 with 2 homers.
It's not very good. Those are not good statistics.
He had 4 doubles and no triples. No stolen bases either, if you were wondering. Ed Sprague, everyone.
Ed Sprague could not steal bases. What a twist there.
No, yeah. I mean, he was a failed catcher. They moved to third.
You know who was better than Morgan Burkhart at first base? Brian Daubach.
Loved me some Brian Daubach.
Daubach was awesome.
They used to have the T-shirts, Daubach is my daddy.
I don't remember those.
Oh, yeah. They were fucking great. Absolutely great. Yep. Girls would wear them. Love it. Love it.
I should find one of those and wear it for the next Sox game. He was like the third base coach for a team I went to at AAA this year. I forget which team it was, but he got big.
Well, Keith Folk said he's got nothing on me, so you know.
Oh God, what happened to Keith Folk? Jeez.
Ed, do you remember
Keith
Shane
Folk
Spencer?
ate Keith Folk. That's what it was.
Sure as fuck did. Do you remember Shane Spencer from the Yankees?
Yes, didn't he he got in a lot of trouble for some stuff? Like, isn't he in jail?
No, he's coaching a youth baseball team about 20 minutes from my house. I was like,
oh my God, why did I think Shane Spencer was in jail?
Oh, because you're thinking of Chad Curtis.
Oh, yes, that is why.
Yeah, Chad Curtis got in some real fucking trouble. Yep.
In my defense, they're very similar.
Same person. Brad, I don't think this person exists.
I know they exist.
Well, I'd say probably never made it to the show.
They did. Couple games.
Are you sure they played for the Red Sox?
That could be. No, they definitely played for the Sox.
He's like someone who played in a baseball game at some position at some point in time.
It was an outfield because he played center field, and I know he played center field for at least 1 game.
I'm like looking players that played briefly for the Red Sox.
I know for a fact. I don't know for a fact. I think it was he got called up and then he got traded. I know he got traded.
Cesar Crespo?
No. It was a white guy.
I love Cesar Crespo.
He
Not
was
David
young,
Murphy,
too.
then.
Who's he? Okay, hold on. Now I'm going back. There was a fucking
Brandon Moss?
Ooh.
No.
It's not real, Brad.
Matt Burton?
I don't know.
I hate how invested I am into trying to figure this shit out. This is not good because you're gonna.
Do we still do we want to try and figure this out and like have it record, or do we want to just like fucking end the episode
and then just keep looking?
I don't know what you do because the problem is it could be anybody, right? Like,
I mean it's an Easter egg hunt.
It's like an alternate timeline. It's like there's
like
really
if we
no
had
way...
like a little bit more information, we could do like slightly more.
Just a smidge.
I don't know how much more I can give you. He played for the Red Sox. He played in the outfield, and he's white.
Did he have two eyes?
Yes, and they were both looking straight. They weren't one this way, one that way, like Grady Sizemore.
He does not have a stray eye.
Damian Harris?
I'm going to hold on. Did you just say that? I'm going to get my picture with Grady Sizemore and show you. I loved Grady Sizemore. I fucking was absolutely happy when we got him, but he does have a stray eye.
He doesn't have a stray eye in those leak nudes.
I don't know about that one.
I can confirm.
I cannot deny or confirm that. Bailey can.
Good for you, Grady. What's Grady Little doing now?
Grady Little, I think we're talking to
Sizemore. Grady Little. That's another. Sorry, brain fart.
A different Grady.
Dead.
Grady Little. Is he alive, Ed?
I think so. I believe
he's 71. Yep,
Grady
he's
Little's
still alive.
He is?
Yep.
That's good. He fucked up.
He last managed for the Dodgers from 2006 to 2007.
Yeah, another one of the another ex-Red Sox that went to L.A.
He really pissed me off. There's a lot of nights I lost sleep about Grady Little.
Guess who he's working with right now?
Pedro Siriaco.
Sherrington.
I love me Ben Sherrington.
On December 8th, 2014, Little joined the Pittsburgh Pirates as a senior advisor to the team's front office.
Good for Charrington.
Grady Little's like, just leave him in. And they're like, nah, I think we should pull him. I think we should pull him. Nope. Fuck it. Just keep going. Not Pedro Siriaco, though. No?
Oh, I love Siriaco.
Great. That's another high average, low power guy.
I'm gonna start looking up minor leaguers.
Yeah, right.
What's the over under that you ever actually go like this? Yeah, that was the guy.
I don't know how to do that.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
I think the problem is we've gone through almost 20 years of Red Sox of people that made obscure debuts, and you got nothing.
I don't think it was his debut.
Mike Cameron? No, he's white guy. You said white guy.
This was my fantasy, and it came true. He was bad.
Why are you showing a picture of me? That's not.
Yes.
Brady size even more.
Oh. I've seen the size. It's not so bad.
Oh my lord!
Oh, Brady Sizemore.
I've got to go look up Brady Sizemore and leak nudes after this.
Oh, Hungdale, where are you?
It's not a full nude. It's more like his bum, and he's covering certain places. But when they got leaked, and I was like 19, I was like, "What?" It's like they saw in my soul.
Oh, well, it's been Jon Lester. Really fucking great career.
Cool guy.
So I love how I type in Grady Sizemore. Like, I didn't put in nudes because like that was going to send me some weird stuff. But it did somehow give me a picture of when Javier Baez was on the body issue. So what's it like to go play for another team when you literally have the Cubs like on your body? Like he has a whole freaking Cubs tattoo, and now he's just gonna go play for Detroit. That's an insane tattoo. Holy shit!
Turn the bear into a tiger. Do it. like a bear man pig, just kind of like.
It was like Johnny Gomes has that freaking
was
tattoo of himself on the boat.
What? He does?
Oh yeah, I haven't seen Johnny. Oh my god, let me show you Johnny Gomes' tattoo. It's insane.
Hold on.
Brad brought this up a couple weeks ago. Johnny Gomes, for as great as he is and as fun as he is, he is awful commentator.
Oh yeah, he's not good.
Holy shit, he really does. He really
Yeah,
does have he has a tattoo of himself.
Yeah,
Here, hold on. I'll share it.
Right now. Yeah, you share it there because I don't have my computer. Yeah. I was looking it up on my phone.
I'm still trying to think of names.
Like this tattoo had of hurt like hell is all I can say.
Did you hear that he was selling his his jersey from the 2013 winning game? And I was like, what kind of financial mess did Johnny Gomes get into where he's like, anyone want to buy my jersey for 26 grand?
If he was like giving that to charity, that would have been great.
Yeah, he said portion.
A portion.
$15.
It's like how much? Let's see how much he made over his career.
He got in some trouble. Something.
Yeah, he had to have. Yeah.
He tried to buy Bitcoin way too late.
It's that one right there, like all the way to the left. Like, I don't know what that tattoo is, but
that's the Kansas City.
Hey Ed,
there's a Kansas City one too. He didn't even do shit for Kansas City.
Hey Brady,
do you have a tattoo, Ed?
I don't.
What would you get if you were to get one? What would it be?
Tramp stamp of my own face.
Hot.
Ooh.
Right.
Yeah.
Looking back
so
up
when
at
someone's so when someone's pegging you, you know they're looking at your face.
Exactly. They got to look me in the eye.
Would that be
which eye? The brown eye or the round?
Why not both?
He made over $20 million for his career, so yeah, he must have fucked up something.
Now he'll replace the windows in your condo, no problem. Like
I'll pay Johnny Gomes. Yeah. So back to what you were saying earlier. Yeah, Gomes is fucking terrible as on TV. I can't.
Yeah, he just doesn't have the charisma.
And I just need to know if your tattoo would be of a bearded Ed or a clean-shaven Ed.
Oh gosh,
it's got to be
probably
shaven.
A clean-shaven Ed. Clean-shaven Ed, just because like my back isn't that hairy. I don't think like the drawn-on beard would look that good. So
I was hoping you had a little bit down there so you could have an option. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure as I get older, there'll probably be a little more. I don't know on that one. Like, what do you think? What do you think would be the better look for my tramp stamp of myself?
I think a tramp stamp is generally too small for what I would like to see. You know, like I definitely
just a back tattoo. Pull a Ben Affleck.
I could do it. I could do that.
Yeah.
Do any of you have tattoos?
Yes.
No.
What do you have, Brady?
I have a little shamrock band here, my Irish people.
That's cool.
And Celtic cross for my father.
Oh, nice. That's really nice.
Yeah.
I actually have a tramp stamp.
Oh God.
Is it of your own face though?
No. It's a star. That's all it is.
Let me see it. Come on, let's see it.
Letdown, I gotta be honest.
What'd you say?
Let's see it. Come on.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. What were you saying, Ed?
Oh, a little bit of a letdown that it's not your own face.
Oh.
Let's see it. Come on. Just don't do a hogdale.
A hogdale?
Yeah.
Hogdale?
What'd Hogdale do?
Hold on. Oh, that's cute.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I let one of my friends who was apprenticing to tattoo. I was like, "Here, you can do this and do it on my back. Do it wherever you want." And they decided right above my ass, and I was like, "Fuck you."
Hey, can I ask everyone a question that has nothing to do with anything? Have you ever known a guy to have his belly button pierced?
No.
No.
All three of you know somebody.
Oh shit!
There you go. Yeah, that just sounds so painful.
Okay, so let's get this straight. You have
Hold
a
on.
tramp stamp.
Hold on.
You have a
hold on.
you have a tramp
explain,
stamp.
I'll explain why I don't have it now. I'll explain it why I had it. When I was about 20 years old, I was homeless. I was hanging out at a tattoo shop on a daily basis. The guy who worked at the tattoo shop, I was apprenticing under him, and I moved in with him. And he was like, if you're going to learn how to do this, you got to do it on somebody. And I was like, well, belly button piercings are probably the most common ones, piercings to do. So to learn how to do, I pierced myself 3 times.
Oh God.
Wow. That sounds incredibly painful.
Oh yeah, it does. Shit. The
Love
belly
to see
button's so
something like that.
sensitive.
The belly button is actually the least painful piercing I've ever had. And
Really?
just for the record, I've never had anything below the belly button. So there's that. I'll just
Boring.
Did you have your ears pierced?
Yep, I had
And
my
it
ears
hurt.
stretched,
Oh God. Oh Jesus.
but I've had my industrials done.
Have you had your balls tightened?
In your mouth, yes.
Okay. I forgot.
As
Sorry.
one does.
My bad.
But
Sorry.
no, the industrial is through the cartilage of your ear from one side to the other.
Oh,
And
God.
that was probably one of the more painful ones.
Most painful ones, yeah.
I had
Oh
my
fuck,
septum
the
pierced.
septum. Oh.
I've had my tongue pierced 3 times. I've had 3 different piercings in my tongue.
How the fuck do you get through a metal detector? Like, what do you do?
Take them all out.
It's surgical steel. You're not fucking. It's not gonna be like. It's not gonna make a metal detector go off.
Boring.
My nipples were probably the most painful ones, though.
Yeah, my nipples are incredibly sensitive, so I can only imagine what that would feel like to have them pierced.
Imagine it getting ripped out because that's what happened to my left one.
Oh,
Let's see it. Let's see it.
ow.
Oh, my nippies.
Oh, that looks great. Fuck. That's
It's
a nice
forever
color.
hard too.
That hue, the hue on that is really nice. I'm just
The hair.
no, the hue, the color.
Oh.
Color. I'm a big, it's gotta be the
Connoisseur of
fleshy
nipple
color.
colors.
Yeah, it's a big thing for me. And I
Big hobby.
I have a Joker tattoo with a septum piercing.
Oh my God. How did that have to hurt like hell? Like right around your breast? Oh.
What, the tattoo?
Yeah.
I don't think we call it a breast for a man. I think we just call it a man boob is the appropriate term.
Appropriate term.
Yeah.
Chest.
I believe the scientific term is man titty with a D.
Man titty. Yes. Do your man titty. Yeah, titty.
My man titty. Yeah,
That is
no,
really
the part right around the nip was a little painful.
Mm.
It was painful. All right. Anybody want to add anything else to the Jon Lester Appreciation Podcast?
I think Ed should get a Jon Lester tattoo.
Where should I get the Jon Lester tattoo?
On your head.
You know exactly where the fuck. Don't you play coy with me.
Just
That's
get
gonna
the
hurt so
one
much, though.
tattooed.
No, just like on the pube area.
No,
Oh,
that's
God.
gonna hurt, dude.
Right above his
Yeah.
junk?
Yeah.
That's not going to hurt.
I think it would. I think that
Where do you
it's
think
kind
the
of close
least
to the
painful
surface.
place is for a tattoo?
I don't know.
Most painful would be close to the bone, right? Like on your rib cage.
What about like I think the bicep wasn't bad. That's probably
This
gonna be-
hurts, right? Like right around here because it's so sensitive.
Yep.
Yeah,
What,
that's
that
what I've
hurt?
heard. I've heard.
That area?
Yeah, I heard that hurts.
That didn't hurt me at all.
That hurt.
Really? Oh. Oof.
My most painful tattoo I've had was this one.
Yeah, that looks like the spot where that is going to be
Yeah.
brutal. Is that the doll from Saw?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Haha.
As
I had
well-
an idea for a Saw crossover between
on the
Saw
upper
and The Office.
Oh God.
The
Sophist?
Yeah, the Office, exactly.
It's great. And I can't wait till we get this. It would be a great video, really good content of Ed getting a Jon Lester tattoo somewhere in his nether region.
It's just gonna be me screaming for like a straight half hour. Then that looks kind of cool.
I'll hold you.
Tattoos aren't that painful.
They might be.
Oh God, I don't know.
It's okay.
I feel like people's pain tolerances are different too. You know.
I think you're just like the bad guy from that James Bond movie, Brad, that like couldn't feel pain anymore in like his body, so he was like a killing machine.
Brad's so hardened he doesn't feel anything anymore.
The Joker tattoo was pretty fucking bad. The one on my chest, the bat symbol, was pretty bad. And the Billy the Saw Doll was pretty bad. But I mean, like, once you're in it, you're in it. Like the Jason tattoo I have on my right side, that took like 45 minutes for the guy to do. The Saw Doll took about 3.5 hours.
Oh.
So yeah, I had to take lots of pills for that, numbing pills.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna get some spike seltzer. Is that
Can they put anything like on you? Can they like numb your skin at all?
I don't think they probably can now.
You can numb yourself?
Yeah, just go in and be like,
no, not via drinking.
Yeah, because they won't tattoo you, right? If you're like wasted, or they're not supposed to.
Yeah.
Well, they're not supposed to serve you when you're well past, but you know that shit happens anyway.
Yeah, very true.
And I'm so excited for this. Oh fuck, this is gonna be great.
All right, everyone. All right, hey Bailey, thanks so much for coming on. Ed, you as well. Let everybody know where they can hear you guys and your podcast that you are doing as well.
Yeah, it's Bubbly Baseball. We're pretty much we're on Spotify, we're on Apple Podcasts, we're on Amazon. Yeah, pretty much everywhere you listen to podcasts, you can find us now.
Follow us on Twitter at Bubbly and Baseball.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and Brady, fuck you.
Yep, that checks out.
Thank you for listening to the Pesky Report. Make sure to follow us on social media at Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Pesky Report. No matter what platform you're listening to us on, please make sure to leave us a review and a comment and let us know how we're doing. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode.
Thank you for listening to this Belly Up Sports Podcast Network product. Some said we go belly up, so we made it our name, and we're still here.